Movie Friends is a film podcast for everyone, where two friends discuss some of the greatest films. Yes, Michelle?
Did you rehearse that?
Well, I'm reading it off a script for the commercial.
It's really not a commercial, it's a promo, but did you really think a script could describe our show?
Words are generally what are used to describe things,
No,
so yes?
No. Our show is fun. It's all about the dynamic between you and me and how you're a movie guy and how I'm definitely not a movie guy.
But you are like a movie guy.
No, and we talk about movies and we talk about life and cats and we're joking all the time. People listen for that stuff, not the movie stuff.
Right, but the movie stuff is like, that's the stuff.
Wow. Maybe you should have rehearsed this more.
Movie Friends. It's a podcast about film.
It's a podcast about friends. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and follow on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Patreon at Movie Friends Podcast. We want to be your movie friends.
Until we eat a mound.
Oh, man.
Amen. Is that what you said?
A mound.
Yeah.
A mound. A mound.
Almond Joy. A mound. So this is Candy is going a little tropical dandy.
Wow. He goes to King's Hawaiian one time.
I know.
I went to King's Hawaiian.
He watched Lilo and he went there because Stitch was there.
No, I went because, so King's Hawaiian, for those who may not know, they make this like sweet Hawaiian rolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have a restaurant in Torrance, California, part of Los Angeles County. And I told Greg I was going because I got really into Lilo and Stitch. And I told Greg I wanted to go.
A little late.
Yeah, no, the movie came out in 2001. It came out in the 21st century.
Yeah, guys, come on.
I told Greg I'm going because I got, like, now that I've seen it, I'm like, I like Hawaii stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go. And I told Greg, I bet you Stitch is going to be there. I bet you Stitch is going to be there.
Yeah.
Guess what? Stitch was there. There was a Stitch right when you walked in.
Yeah, he was doing bar back.
Yeah. He's working on tips now. He's working for a living, Stitch.
If you're going to stay on this planet, you got to work. It's capitalistic.
Well,
I'm sorry.
In this
today's
society?
America,
yeah.
In this society?
In this galaxy? So this is Daniel Ohana Zafra. Well, we're all Ohana.
Yeah.
We're all Ohana.
We are Ohana.
Can I opt out of?
You're legally emancipated from Ohana.
No, I don't think you can do
Dang
that. Click here to un-Ohana.
Yes, please.
Never turn your back on Ohana.
Sorry, you double Ohana. Oops, I Ohana'd again. So who are you?
I'm Beto, king of Lays Sistos. What's up? Ohana that, dude.
How do you think I made an Ohana? I'm the king of Lays. How about you? Who are you?
I'm Greg Gonzalez because I'm always in pain, guys.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
And he's usually like stretched out with an apple in his mouth.
Yeah, that's how you know me on a spit.
He's spinning around. The noise Beto is just making is Greg's weekend.
It's either Jay Leno's car horn or it's me on a spit turning.
Or it's the Keystone Cops are coming also. Could be. So let's explain what this show is.
Yeah,
this is the world's and also Stitch's Galaxy's only candy review podcast.
That's right.
Still.
To this day.
Still.
No one's tried to make us better?
Yeah.
Steal our content?
Yeah. Jesse Owens, you don't know if Jesse Owens is the fastest unless there's another racer against him.
Why would if they've already made the Mona Lisa, there's not Mona Lisa 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is Stitch 2, though. Stitch has a glitch. And then there's also Leroy and
Dang,
Stitch.
did you watch them all?
I didn't watch them yet. I'm really excited to watch them.
I'm sure it's all downhill from there.
What? Why would
it be bad?
You know what?
Stitch is there.
Even if it were, it would still be great because it started so high at the top. The worst Lilo and Stitch movie is the best. What do you like? What is Beto like?
Fanboy over here.
What is Beto like? The worst Lilo and Stitch movie is better than the best Dark Souls.
No, I don't even know that is. That's how good it is.
Yeah, that's how sick that brain was. And that's why we're the only candy review podcast in the galaxy. So each episode, we pick a different candy.
It's true.
Yes.
We give a little candy news. Oh my God. I mean to write it down and I
You
never
have
do.
to.
Yeah.
Because if we don't know, they don't know.
I don't know what I'm
That's
even
just how it
doing here.
works.
I ate all the candy already because no one told me not to.
Episode over.
Oh, we gotta go. But I'll eat ice in the meantime.
Yeah, I bet you will.
I bet you will.
Whoa. We got some ice lovers
Sucks.
here.
Greg is all about ice. So then we give a little candy news of the world
Yes.
or Stitch's Galaxy.
Ooh.
Might be some news, candy news in there. And then we give a history of the candy. Then we taste the
Yeah.
candy live. All mouth sounds are edited out.
I don't know why you do that, though.
Painstakingly.
practiced for
if you had
hours.
only ever seen the comments on an episode of any other podcast where they eat food, you'd know why.
Yep. Yummy, yummy.
Oh, so wait a minute.
Daddy.
I think Stitch's approach. So then we give a review. We give a candy rating. Then we play a candy game, and then that is the end of the. And then it's time to say aloha.
Oh, that's right.
But first, it's time to say aloha.
You say aloha, and I say
say
aloha.
You say tomato. I say aloha. It all works. So that if you want to skip straight to the history, you could
don't.
go about 10 minutes
You don't.
from now. Yeah, you don't want this. Hey, this is, podcast is what happens to you while you're busy listening to what you came to listen to the podcast
Yeah,
about.
you clicked on us. Why would you skip us?
Yeah, this is your
This
mistake.
is the show.
Live with it. Is this how you back out of your relationships? You click on a relationship and say, what? They talk too much? I don't want to.
I just want to be buried with them already.
Yeah,
I don't want to do all the relationship stuff. Just
Yeah.
put me in the box.
What's in the box?
What's
It's
in
my
the box?
relationship. So
Someone with Alzheimer's watching his wife go down in the grave.
Oh, no. Wow. That was Lilo and Stitch Dark. I like that.
I think Greg has a glitch. We might need to reboot him. So now, before we do any of that, it's a segment where you catch up on something candy related or show related at the beginning of the show. And it is called The Top
Of the
of
show.
the Show.
To you.
To you.
To you.
Oh, thank you.
So this one is actually tangentially Stitch related.
Wow.
In the sense of that it's Japanese related.
Okay.
Hawaii has a lot of Japanese influence.
Okay, I was like,
Sure.
all right.
Hey, Reed Richards. You okay after that stretch?
Are you calling me Mr. Fantastic? Yeah, it
Yeah, I
works.
can see
It works.
Yeah, sure. Icebridge, sure.
So, Ice Bridge?
Yeah, that's how everybody got around.
That's not. You think there was an ice bridge between Japan and Hawaii?
It's an ice bridge everywhere. That's how everyone got around in the Ice Age.
Greg is obsessed with ice.
At some point,
Greg wants
so
this
hot.
to be. He wants this to be the Ice Age right now.
I wrote a protest sign on a napkin. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
California, be more like Europe. No ice.
Ooh.
I see that.
Yeah, you like that?
I see that. Do we want to be more like Europe though?
No ice.
The arguably more racist continent than
Oh
America.
my
The one
God.
continent that's maybe more racist than
Oh,
America.
Europe. Yeah, name one time they were racist. name one colony they set up.
Name one time in the 21st century that they were racist. Okay, so like I said, a while back we covered the beloved Marukawa bubblegum.
we
We
did.
talked about that.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, the melon was very good. So some of the gum is
was.
called Fusen gum, if you recall.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
We were wondering what exactly Fusen meant, and we seem to have Google translated and found that it meant something like not fighting or doesn't put up a fight or something like that.
We said that it was about you. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, and we all laughed.
We did it on his phone.
Most things I Google it comes up with the definition for cuck. I try to look up so many things. You can call us all gaijin because we've got tamago on our face for this one. We have a listener in Japan.
No.
Hi.
Who is
way.
Japanese, and they reached out to us on Instagram to clarify this.
Okay.
The word we found is apparently similar to fusen. What we were looking up was a similar word to fusen,
Yeah.
but the fusen involved with the gum actually means balloon, like blowing a bubble.
Oh, like you're blowing a
that
balloon.
makes more sense.
That makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense. Also,
okay.
when I Google balloon, it says this is what I'm going to pop in your face, you weenie. Yeah, so that's what
okay.
fusen
Nice.
means. This person from
What a
Japan reached out to
Japanese
us.
listener.
Wow.
Isn't that weird
Wow.
that there's several people we've heard about who are not native English speakers
Yeah.
and listening to us? Do
Totally.
they even know what Stitch is? What do they call Stitch in Japan?
Our listener will let us know.
Yeah, let us know. It's Fusen.
Yeah.
Fusen is sort of the everywhere of Japan.
I'd like to bring something around again.
Yeah.
I had kiwi haichu recently, and I think I think I want to give it a 5. Is it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Oh, no, it's not too late.
Oh, it's not too
No,
late.
it's too late. The books are sealed. The fiscal year's over. The book hasn't been sealed.
I'd like to give a kiwi haichu a 5. Thank you.
Okay.
We can always put an asterisk and then an amendment.
Yeah.
I feel like so much.
Greg was on steroids during that episode.
Yeah.
The kiwi was one of the best ones,
It was
dude.
one of the best candies we've ever had.
Wait, so you didn't? Oh, because we gave it an overall rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It scored very high overall.
it did, yeah.
I think for me at least it got over a 4, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think there were some flavors in there that were definitely 5s on their own.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Kiwi among
Yeah, except kiwi. I remember us saying
No, that was the best one.
Kiwi's pretty good. Had the little seeds in it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember us saying this is really gross, and if any of us gives us a 5, we should take them out back and shoot them.
Let me see if that's right.
Let me read my
Fusen
notes.
Yeah.
Fusen. Put them in a fusen in the sky.
Anybody who disagrees with me, I have a quick fusen for them.
So now, look, let's get to our next segment, which
Yes.
is where we go over some recent candy news. And it's delivered by a member of the Candy's Dandy family each week, and it is called a
Candy News. Whoa, what's that in the sky?
Oh my God! It looks
my
like is it a
God.
comet?
It's coming out really, really fast.
Oh, whoa! I almost caught it with my baseball glove because I'm American.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
my,
no.
What is that? Is that a dog?
Yes. Look a little closer.
You're an ugly dog with 4 hands.
What? I've never seen a dog with a gun before.
Yeah.
All dogs have 4 hands, you idiot. I have 6 hands.
I don't like this guy.
Why not? My name's Stitch.
You don't sound anything like Stitch. Stitch.
What are you? Wait, hang on. Ohana.
Oh,
there he
yeah,
is.
there it is.
Hey, I'm surprised you know that already because you just got
You
here.
haven't even learned to like. We haven't even hit the inciting incident. yet.
Ohana means everything in my language. What's an inciting incident? I love screenwriting.
The name of my ship is Sid Field. As a screenwriting coach.
Do you all like news?
Did you come all this way to tell us news?
I came here to give you what in our culture is very funny titles.
Oh,
wow.
No, this is guaranteed to be good.
Yeah.
No flaws in it, I bet.
And if it's not funny, remember, I'm an alien. And also remember, we're Ohana.
Oh, brother.
Can't be mean to me.
And Ohana means stop being mean to Daniel. Gotta go. See you in part 2. I may have a glitch.
I hope he never comes back.
Yeah, me too.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just got back from the bathroom. My favorite
Yeah.
Disney character didn't stop by, did he?
Is Alpha a Disney character?
Yeah, no.
The racist crows from Dumbo?
Snow White was not here.
No,
You're
no,
right.
she wasn't here.
Yeah.
I had an apple for her.
Just don't look behind those bushes.
I'm going to make her double sleep. Wait, is she the one that sleeps? Snow White? No,
Yeah.
Cinderella sweet sleep?
No. Cinderella is
Bigfoot. She's Bigfoot. Sleeping Beauty sleeps. Snow White sleeps.
Yeah, Cinderella
Wait,
has the
they both
grandma.
sleep.
Yeah, the sleeping sisters.
The sleeping.
What?
Wait, they both sleep, right?
Yeah. Cinderella does not
Oh,
sleep.
she gets poisoned. No, Cinderella doesn't sleep. The Snow White. No, Snow White sleeps.
Snow White is the one.
Who eats the apple goes to sleep.
Oh, I thought she pricked her finger.
But they both fall asleep at one point, right?
And one's poisoned. Is that the same
I
thing?
mean, have they slept before? Probably.
You know who hasn't slept?
Oh my God.
I'm on 48 hours awake.
My first stop was at a gas station to get trucker pills.
We're gonna need a top of the show just to get our princesses right.
Yeah.
Top of the princess. Too.
Yeah, sorry, gals.
Sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
Look, these men don't know what prince. I can tell you every prince in
Yeah.
every Disney movie, and my favorite prince is Lilo's sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, my favorite prince is the artist formerly known as.
Yeah. No, actually, my favorite prince is Stitch. He's technically a Disney prince.
He's a lineage, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found this piece of paper. It looks like it's from a different galaxy.
Yeah.
It's in a different writing. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. it seems like it says Ohana makes family a dull boy over and over and over again. What lunatic wrote this?
That's weird, dude.
That's weird. I don't
Certainly
even.
not a Disney character.
Yeah, just if there's a little alien with an axe chasing you, run towards him.
He's trying to be her family.
Trying to be your friend. Yeah.
So this one, of course, every Candy News title has a title. Every Candy News segment.
You didn't come up with this one, though.
No, this one seems to be, I don't know, it's like smoldering and it has like a lot of saliva and just like general bile all over it. But it's cute.
Salute.
Still. Yeah, General Bile's here. So this one is called And the Osc Her Goes to.
Wow.
It looks like we've got a movie date planned, all of us.
Go on.
2026, we'll see the world's premiere of a brand new movie about the life of Hershey chocolate founder Milton Hershey.
God.
Really?
A feature-length movie.
I'm going.
Starring Stitch.
Who asked for that?
It's a Stitch movie.
He beat out Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, to death.
I would love to watch Stitch beating Timothy Chalamet to death. But so it's written by Michael Folker, Will Hardy, and Timothy, not Chalamet.
Oh.
Michael Hayes, 3 writers, not a great sign, and directed by Mark Waters, who also directed Freaky Friday and Mean Girls.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wait, which Mean Girls?
The original Mean Girls.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Mean Girls and
okay.
Stitch.
Yeah,
you
Mean
know,
Girls
the
and
Lilo story. So Milton Hershey will be played by Finn Whitrock of The Big Short and American Horror Story.
Okay.
His wife Kitty will be played by Alexandra Daddario of The White Lotus and True Detective Season
She's
1.
great. I love her.
She was, what was she? She was the mistress of
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah. Woody's
right.
mistress.
Woody's mistress.
Wow.
Not to spoil the show or anything. That's something that happens in the second
I
episode.
haven't seen that Toy Story yet.
Keep watching.
Yeah, you gotta watch Toy Story 69.
Yeah.
When Woody gets a Woody gets a Woody, and then Buzz gets a Buzz as well.
Yeah.
It's a really sexual name. Miss Piggy.
Yeah, what the
Wait,
heck?
Miss Piggy's not in there.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah.
Can I? Ohana means a lot of things where I come from.
That's a good Freudian slip, though.
That is
we
a
know
good-
what you think
Oh
about
my
Miss
God.
I was
Piggy.
thinking of Miss Potato Head.
Yes, you were. You were.
I don't think that
certainly
about
were.
Miss Piggy. I think that about Miss Potato
All
Head.
right, all right,
Sure, I
all
stay
right.
up all night drawing pictures of Miss Potato. To me, Miss Potato.
Miss.
I don't recognize that marriage.
Yeah.
Her and Slinky Dog.
Come on, it's common law. There's no paperwork behind it.
Me and him used to be best spuds.
Oh my God.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. So Hershey's dad.
Yeah, back to the movie.
Yeah.
Back to the movie. Hershey's dad will be Alan Ruck of Ferris Bueller fame.
Oh, I love Alan
And
Ruck.
Hershey's mentor will be played by Richard Kind of A Bug's
King
Life
Kind.
fame. King Kind.
I love
Another
King
Disney
Kind.
movie. Filming has begun, but there's no release date yet, though if they want it to align with America's 250th anniversary, as if we'll ever make it that far. So I'm guessing like about a year from now,
Yeah.
this movie will... No,
Yeah.
wait, no. That's... No, 1776.
Oh, it's out already.
Yeah.
How long have we been talking for?
What year is it?
Yeah, what year
Oh.
is it?
Yeah, 1776. So yeah, July 4th, 2026, I presume.
Wow.
Cool.
All right.
You guys doing
That's-
anything next year?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Circle your calendar. That is kind of weird. I guess they're like, what better American do we have than Milton Hershey? I'll tell you one better American. we
Uh-oh.
have.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That has been this segment of a Candy News. I thought I saw a good American out there. Let me just step out. For a
Okay,
second.
yeah.
I'm America's best patriot.
Oh my! No, gotta go. Bye. What do they say about Poochie? He died on his way to his home planet.
No, Stitch is not like Poochie. Stitch's story will not end like Poochie. Trust me. Stitch will make movie after movie
After movie.
Stitch will control all of Hollywood. Stitch is new Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God.
Stitch is executive producer.
You've heard of Miramax? That's the planet I come from. See you at hell. All right, I'm back. I didn't see an American out there. It was just Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah.
America's worst American.
He wishes that he would have been on Stitch's landing.
Yeah, he said that if he had been on Hawaii when Stitch landed, he
he
would have
would've
like
been-
punched him. Hawaii wouldn't even be a state if it weren't for Mark Wahlberg. All right, so let's get to the meat, or should I say the coconut meat?
Oh yes.
The coconut meat
Coconut
of the show.
meat.
So the reason that Stitch is,
Yeah, why is
I
he
mean,
here?
the reason it smells like lilycoy and poi
Yeah.
is because we are taking a trip to Hawaii, even though I'm not paying for it. We're not actually going.
Our listeners are paying for it.
Oh, that's so nice.
Also, this candy has nothing to do with Hawaii. Like we kind of, before we started recording, attached to the idea that this is like a Hawaii. It has nothing to do with Hawaii other than coconuts.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be Gilligan's Island.
That's a pretty good connection.
Yeah, any island. That's a pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty strong.
Sure, they're made in Hawaii.
Yeah, sure. Every coconut says made in Hawaii on the bottom of it.
So like as you all know, we're doing Mounds and Almond Joy. So let's get to
yay!
we'll get into that in a second. Let's get into the meat of this history.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, Almond Joy, this mound of history.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go.
Can't I turn my headphones off? Why?
But then you can't hear me. So why would one do that?
This is the segment you want to fast forward 15 minutes.
No, you want to go back 10 minutes when Stitch first came. So it's time to get into the history of the very divisive Mounds and Almond Joy. Our thoughts. Let's get to our thoughts on these.
Trash.
Do we have one here?
Let's finish. Let him finish.
Let him finish.
Trash that I eat out of and enjoy.
Yeah. Call me a raccoon because this is trash.
Trash, this is not.
Trash your opinions on this, for I am in love with these.
I've had very less mounds in my life. Almond Joy.
Very less mounds in my life.
Yep. The more you eat, the less you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of
the magical candy.
This is a candy that I've called pregnant before because it's got a little belly on it.
Yeah, the Almond Joy. You can hear it. You can feel it kicking.
Whoa.
Oh, God. It's like a xenomorph.
It's like Mexican jumping beans.
Yeah. There's one bite of an Almond Joy that's good, and there's probably 3 bites altogether.
So you like bite it out the middle like Nosferatu?
Yeah. I go in for the kill.
You're a nut pyre.
Yeah, you goddamn right I am.
You go for the tummy. You rip out the baby.
Yeah.
Eat the almond.
My God,
and
this is like
done.
Twilight.
Yeah, this is like
Does
Twilight.
that happen in Twilight?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think that happens in Twilight.
Yeah, no, the one bite of Almond Joy is good. It's probably like a 2 or 3 bite candy.
Well, they're all very small and they do only come in this size.
Oh, they don't have bars anymore?
They come in full sizes, but like I was telling Greg, like how $100 is, it's just 2 fun sizes in one full package.
Interesting. Lazy.
Production.
Because they know you're gonna want to share this.
Yeah, there's no way.
I feel like growing up I never liked these, but I feel like I'm at a point in my life that I can maybe appreciate them.
Now that senility is hit.
Yeah, now that I have like
midlife crisis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bought a Corvette and a bunch of Almond Joys.
Mainly the reason I did it because like someone on TikTok keeps bugging me to do like that for a long time. They bugged me to do whatchamacallit, and then I did it, and I'm like, well, all right, good, now shut up. And then they're like, now do Almond Joy.
Oh my
Same
God.
Same
person, and it's
shout
they
out.
seem to get like genuinely hurt that I didn't do Almond Joy. I'm like, look, I don't pick all these candy. Like there's a show that goes along with this, and you should all listen. They don't,
No.
But I also kind of want, like we've done a lot of no name or lesser known name things lately, like cotton candy.
Yeah.
We did the fettuccine gummy. I wanted to do kind of a heavy hitter, and I wanted to get chocolate out of the way before the real hot days, the dog days, the hot dogs, the dog days of summer start.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. Maybe we'll like this. Maybe this will surprise us.
Shut your mouth.
I made up my mind already. You know it.
You know I don't go back.
Yeah.
So
one of my favorite games to play on any podcast we record together is what is on the backside of your paper.
These are my bank statements. I have bank statements.
Read that part instead.
Actual bank statements?
It's not a bit. It's like a renewal notice from a CD account, and then I have old script pages on the other.
Let's read that one instead.
Yeah.
So
they're the same thing.
Yeah.
I write only bank dramas.
You're so good with recycling, Daniel.
Yeah, you are.
Shout out to Daniel and recycling.
Thank you.
You're doing such a good job.
Yeah.
I know that Jeff Bezos' wedding undid 20 years of your work, but
yeah, because I went.
Yeah, because he went. Yeah,
I wore that.
You're with Kardashian, right?
I wore that black baseball cap.
Black baseball cap over your face. Yeah.
Greg had to tell me that. Leonardo DiCaprio, I guess, like tried to disguise that he was there by wearing a black baseball cap.
Black Dodger cap over his face.
Wow.
But everyone knew it was him.
I know Arnie when I see Arnie. You're Arnie.
Arnie.
That's what he plays in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Very good in that movie.
Greg's favorite Leonardo DiCaprio work.
Yeah.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Hey, it might be. Okay?
I don't know. I hear he's in the new Lilo and Stitch movie.
he plays Stitch.
Yeah.
And with a Boston accent.
He's dating Lilo. So, for those who don't know, mounds are shredded coconut enrobed in a dark chocolate candy coating.
Bad on bad.
Bad on bad. Do you not like coconut at all?
Not really.
I'm not a huge.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge coconut fan. I like coconut not as the main
Sparingly,
event.
yeah.
Sparingly. Like when it's hitting me on the head and I get amnesia. Like that's how I.
It hits you in the head. You have a French accent now. Skipper's really mad at you.
That's how I've learned all my languages.
Yeah. I like coconut juice from the coconut as long as it's really cold. Because a lot of times it's like lukewarm. You're like, this is just wet.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Hawaii when we were younger, I found a coconut on the floor and I spent the entire trip trying to open it. And I managed to get it down to just like the fuzzy part.
Yeah.
And then obviously I can't open it. And then I think we were at like a luau or something. Like one of those the king
traditional
was there.
one.
Yeah, Emperor Kamehameha.
Yeah. They're signing papers to join the union and they're all crying.
It was when I was a kid, so it was about 100-something years ago. But I don't know why this guy agreed to it, but I brought the coconut. I guess I was bringing the coconut everywhere, and I brought the coconut to a guy that had a machete or something. And I was like, can you open this? And he's like, yeah. Whoosh.
Yep.
And he sliced it open, and all the juice went everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
Did you get any of the juice?
I said, now do it again on me.
Yeah.
Sir.
Was this guy like Gallagher?
Yeah, he was
The
Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Gallagher.
yeah.
Galagaloha.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I remember being a kid and because we have family in Maui and we had a coconut and we spent like 2 hours trying to open a coconut.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's
Okay, so we just told this story on L.A. Meekly.
Yeah.
But as a further tribute to your grandma who
Yes.
recently passed away,
She did.
tell
sorry.
Beto the story.
okay. So
Unless you don't, am I
no,
forcing you to
you're
tell
not.
this?
You're not telling
Okay.
me. I'm trying to find
Is it
always
like coconut related?
no.
His grandma was a coconut, okay? And don't laugh. Don't laugh.
She was like 6 coconuts in a dress, and nobody talks about it.
It was coca crazy.
Yeah. She lived with us for a very long time in her life, but then she decided that she wanted to move with Maui with our family members. So she left, and my cousin Michael, who's very funny, made a Facebook post that was like, she's gone. I wish I had spent more time with her, but now she's in a better place. And
Meaning Maui.
meeting Maui,
meeting Maui.
and the list of people like, oh my god, and like I was telling on the other podcast, like I really wanted to bring that story up at we had a celebration of life for her, and I really want to bring it up, like, I'll give it a year, and then I'll tell that story. It was really funny though.
It's a really funny story. I think about it probably every week.
Damn, that's a good line.
Every time like a celebrity dies, I think he's in a better
place.
Maui.
Maui.
So anyway, Almond Joy, on the other hand, are also shredded coconut with an entire almond plopped on top, enrobed in milk chocolate
Love it.
candy coating. So that's temper your expectations, which are already like cold as ice.
Rock
Ice,
bottom.
Greg, come on.
Come on, give me some of that.
So much like the dual candies that go hand in hand that we're trying today, the history starts in 2 different places as well. This is another one like with your Look bar. You brought Big Hunk at the same time. Like they weren't created at the same time, but it's like the same story and you kind of can't have one without the other. And I remember when you brought them in, I'm like, Greg, what are you doing?
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
Those are 2 different, you're burning content.
Yeah. Guys, this is 2 5s I'm bringing.
2 5s, which cancel each other out, so they're zeros.
Yeah, zeros.
So first, we have Peter Halajian, born in Armenia in 1864.
Wow.
Who in 1890 moved to Naugatuck, Connecticut, which was a town famous for the glamorous industry of rubber.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
This was where Goodyear Tires has its roots. It's where Ked's shoes started, and also where the material of Naugahyde got its name, from Naugatuck.
Oh, okay.
You know Naugahyde?
No.
It's kind of like I think like what diner booths are made out of.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe that's vinyl, but it's kind of like a rubber synthetic leather. Like it's
still
a rubber
used?
thing.
Is it still used?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it does cause immediate cancer.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
your whole body just burns when you sit on it.
Used in America.
Used in America. Thoroughly used in America.
Only in our food.
Yeah, come on. Naugahyde Tower is in Die Hard, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's in Hawaii?
That's also in Hawaii.
That's
right?
a Hawaii story. That's a Hawaii.
Die Hawaii.
The great debate
Hawaii
is
Hard.
It's Hawaii Hard, a Hawaii movie. It's a Stitch movie, right? Stitch 2, Die Hard. A good day to Stitch. So, of course, Peter Halajian got a job in a rubber factory and eventually changed his name to Peter Paul because nobody in Rubberville could pronounce his last name.
Sucks.
But Peter Paul Try harder, rubber factory workers in America. But Peter Paul had a dirty little secret.
Ooh.
He liked selling candy.
Whoa! Shut him down.
Yeah.
Rubber candy.
Oh, so like
Get
taffy?
into my man. Yeah, yeah, he loved. Yeah, that kind of is the rubber of
Yeah.
candy. After work, he and his daughters Mary. Oh, Peter, Paul, and Mary.
That's funny.
After his daughters Mary and Lillian would go door to door and around the train station selling fruits and candies until eventually,
Interesting.
on February 1st, 1895, he had made enough money to quit his job at the rubber factory and put the
Dang.
rubber to the road and opened up his very own candy store.
Cool.
And pretty soon he had enough money to open a second one and then a third one. We're proponents of poetry on this show.
Yes, we are.
Of course.
Proven.
They even had a poem about their stores that went a little something like this.
Yeah.
Peter Paul has very good food. You don't throw any down the chute. His delicious ice cream your dreams will haunt. The more you eat it, the more you want.
Okay.
Ice cream soda the year round. No better soda was ever found. His homemade candy will make you fat. To Peter Paul, take off your hat.
Wow.
End of poem.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing the beatnik clap.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Jazz, daddy.
There you
Wait,
go.
wait.
Wait a minute. I can't stop.
Oh,
I got
no.
my jaw. So World War I, pretty bad, huh?
Pretty cool.
The good one.
The good one, yeah.
The just war.
Yeah. We wouldn't have mustard gas if not for World War I.
What would I put on my dogs? Let's get into one good thing that came from it and one decidedly bad thing that came from it. The
Okay.
good thing was that the troops that weren't left rotting in Europe got to come home, and they brought with them not only an unshakable trauma, but also a newfound love of chocolate and
Hell
candy
yeah.
from what they had in their military
Hell
rations.
yeah.
There's something coming up in this story I forgot to tell you about. So this is like,
PTSD invoking?
yeah, you might want to
Strap down.
put on those headphones we got you. There's something, I forget what the other episode was. Oh, no, I remember what it was, but there's something in this story that's going to make you come to the light of this candy. You're going to love this. You're going to love this story.
That's big words.
There was one sailor.
Yeah.
So a candy boom was emerging in America post World War I. So to capitalize, Peter Paul teamed up with his brother-in-law and a few other friends and family members to create the Peter Paul Manufacturing Company in New Haven in 1919.
As Ricky would say, Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut.
Yeah.
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 Go ahead.
You know Ricky.
Yeah, you know Ricky Ricardo, right?
Yeah.
The most famous Cuban band leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from that island that isn't Hawaii, but on the other side of
Side
Hawaii.
of it. It's Bizarro, Hawaii.
Hawaii. They speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Ohana means same things. It translates. Now, one of the many bad things that happened during World War I, the Armenian genocide. Some 1.5 million Armenians were killed in what is now called Turkey. Many survivors escaped to the United States back when we liked immigrants, and many of them settled in this part of Connecticut. So the new Peter Paul Manufacturing Company hired a lot of these Armenian refugees.
Awesome. That's great.
Armenian company.
That's great that they did that.
This was a company not just founded by Armenians, but also a big proponent of Armenians in the United States. Now, with a whole new manufacturing company, they started experimenting with a few original candies like 10 Crown chewing gum, Thin Mints, not that one,
Oh.
and something called Bachelor Bars.
Oh, I want one. Yeah. I want one of those.
Which were filled with sesame seeds, which feels, I mean, most bachelors are filled with
Yeah.
bite into them.
Trying to get rid of these seeds.
There might be a few almond joys running around that the bachelor doesn't know about. They also created something called the Kona bar, which was chocolate, coconut, nuts, and fruit, which is very in line with Armenian candies. Lots of dried fruits and nuts, sometimes covered in chocolate. That's a lot of Armenian sweets are like that. So that's the first part of the story. Meanwhile, a guy also in West Haven named Vincent Nitido was working on a special creation. A mound of shredded coconut covered in chocolate, or should I say, enrobed in chocolate that he called mounds.
Okay.
Seemingly because they look like mounds.
Like a pitcher mound. Yeah.
That's the best. A what?
Like where the pitcher pitches from.
Yeah, I guess that's a mound. I was just thinking of like a pile of stuff. Mr. America here. Everything has to be baseball related.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm a home run hitter, so.
You
struck it out,
created a
pal.
few, you struck out every once in a while.
A few triples.
You smell foul ball right now.
Stop shortstopping me.
He released these in 1920 and sold them for 5 cents each, but this was small potatoes. The Peter
small
Paul
popcorn.
Company, what'd you say?
Small peanuts,
coconut.
yeah.
This is young coconut. The Peter Paul Company spent the 20s trying to hit it big with a new candy, but then they stumbled on something. A mound of something.
Uh-oh.
Like in a baseball field?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm American too. I'm American
I'm
too.
American too.
Rock
like an eagle.
What'd you say?
Rock flag and eagle.
Did you say fly like an eagle?
No, rock flag and eagle.
I thought you said.
Fraggle Rock Teagle.
I thought you said fly like an
No,
eagle.
oh my God.
I love Steve Miller Band just like any
just like
American.
anybody else.
This is our 4th of July episode, actually. This
Oh,
is
wow.
coming out. I think this is coming out July 2nd.
Wow.
Oh, was the Declaration of Independence signed on July 2nd?
I know, what the heck?
What the hell? No.
You better delay that release.
The first draft
Better
was
hold off.
okay.
The Friday episode.
You know, they just made like Jesus' birthday wasn't actually on the 25th, but like they tried to align the American holidays with the pagan calendar. So
Oh my, here we go.
they tried to absorb the pagans. So the Peter Paul Company, they were local, and it was also a flavor that aligned with the Kona bar, these mounds,
Yeah.
which they were already selling, which was already super Armenian coded, the Kona bar. And now the mound was also like, oh, this is kind of like Armenian.
Yeah.
This tastes kind of like Armenian candy. This tastes kind of Armenian.
Armenian, yeah.
So in 1929, they bought the rights to mounds, and suddenly it all clicked. The invention of what I assume was an Italian man and the might of an Armenian-owned candy manufacturer. It became a best seller, so they dropped all the other crappy candies and they focused primarily on making mounds. It's kind of like making waves, but in Connecticut, you make mounds.
You make a wave. There's no waves over there.
Yeah, when life gives you mounds, you make mountainades.
There's no more Kona bars then?
No more Kona bars. Although that sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen a Kona, like something else called Kona.
Kona,
bar.
there's a lot of Kona stuff.
a lot of Kona.
And it's all like Hawaii.
Oh, Kona O'Brien.
There you go.
Yeah, it is. It's a
a
lot of
Hawaii
Hawaiian
stuff
things
is
are Kona.
Kona.
Yeah.
Called Kona. No. We're talking about Conan O'Brien. Bye. I'm a Leno guy.
So they were making them by hand, but they soon found a way to mechanize it, and now they could be sold en masse. And by the 30s, the Peter Paul.
Yeah.
This should have done this as our warm up. Peter Paul was the world's largest consumer of coconuts, handling 100,000 pounds of them a day.
Wow.
The world's
Jeez.
largest consumer of coconuts.
Just for mounds?
Just for mounds.
That's insane.
What do you mean? Just for mounds? These coconuts were grateful to be turned into mounds.
And nothing bad will happen in America in the 30s.
Well, when the Depression hit, to ease the suffering of Americans, they started adding a second bar to the packaging for the same price.
Damn.
Which, like I was saying, is
Heroic.
how they're sold today. 2 fun sizes in one full size.
That's great.
Now, during World War II is when their story really gets crazy. Okay, Beto, this is what you're going to
Here
love.
we go.
This is
He's gonna convert me with
yeah,
this.
Yeah, I already bought you a Mounds t-shirt. or an Almond Joy.
Yeah, or panties.
But you will have to wear either a shirt or the panties.
Yeah, you got to Donald Duck it. You Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse. Pick one right now.
Which side do you choose?
Yeah.
I mean, these two are kind of like the Pokemon choice of like, do you like the red one or the blue one? Or do you like gold or like ruby red or like emerald blue or like cobalt? Greg, what do you like?
Ooh.
What's Pokemon?
Kind of like
It's kinda like
little,
Stitch.
little stitches.
Oh, a bunch of little stitches in a ball. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
gotta
stitch them all. Yeah. That's what happens when we work together too much.
When we see each other twice in one weekend, we make the same Pokemon joke. So they got a government contract to supply mounds for soldiers' rations, mainly because the dark chocolate was harder to melt in the hot tropics of the Pacific Theater. That's why they had mounds. 80% of the company's supply was going to the military during the war, shipping 5 million bars a month to the troops. There was even a German general captured in 1945 that somehow had a mounds bar in his
my
pocket.
God.
But they used it like cyanide pills.
Yeah, he didn't eat it. See?
He didn't have time to eat it. That's why he was captured.
This is the last thing I want to do before I die.
He ate the cyanide first, and he's
Yeah,
like,
then he's like, yeah.
this wasn't that bad.
Also tastes like almonds, by the way. Cyanide. They say tastes like
that's what
almonds.
they
Yeah.
Wow.
So it must have been an Almond Joy.
Yeah. Tastes like almond joy.
But there was one big problem with production during this time. just as Mars needs moms, Mounds needs coconuts.
Yeah.
Most of their coconuts were coming from the Philippines. Unfortunately, Japan was occupying the Philippines during the war, and they weren't inclined to let the Peter Paul company slip in just to grab a few coconuts.
Come on.
Rude.
So that's not the biggest problem with the Japanese army. So rude.
Yeah.
And also Japanese culture in general, famously rude. So they had to look elsewhere, and that elsewhere was the Caribbean.
Whoa.
We're going back to where Ricky's from. Cuba's kind of the Caribbean, right?
I have no idea.
I think Cuba's the
I
Caribbean.
don't know if that qualifies, but
Sure.
top of the show.
Top of the show. So the Disney princesses that fell asleep. Oh, and also Cuba is part of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But this was a world war. The problem there was that German U-boats were prowling the waters between the Caribbean and the United States.
You ain't getting our coconuts. That's what they would say. But in German.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Sink. All the boats were singing that.
Yeah.
So to avoid these, the Peter Paul Company created what they called the Flea Fleet, which was 7 wood boats that were small and inconspicuous enough for the U-boats to ignore that they would sail to the Caribbean, pick up coconuts, sail back to Florida where they'd be trucked up to Connecticut.
How risky.
But again, this was a world war and everybody was involved. Even a candy company lugging coconuts on the trips going towards the Caribbean. The Peter Paul boats would bring supplies for the U.S. allies.
Wow.
Coming back, they would track where the U-boats were and provide intel to the U.S. Navy when they got back in Florida. They would even give the discarded coconut shells to the government for the manufacturing of gas masks and explosives.
They also gave it to Bugs Bunny so I could pretend it was a bra.
Bob Hope needed them for his drag show in the USO.
Morale boost.
You can't have a picture of a woman, but you do have this hot rabbit. So not long after the war was over and that sailor finally got his mitts off that nurse in Times Square, the company released their follow-up to the Mounds in 1946, the Almond Joy. This was a replacement for a previous candy the company released in 1934 called the Dreams Bar, which was coconut with diced almonds mixed into it. The Almond Joy was one whole almond. So the almonds dipped in chocolate before they go on top of the coconut and then being enrobed once more so that the almond won't get soggy.
Wow. Interesting.
These were 10 cents each. So now they had the Mounds in the red wrappers and the Almond Joys in the blue wrappers, and they were forever kind of linked.
Okay.
Like in the market, like everything. And they both kind of went nicely along with the tiki trend of the 50s with the coconut flavors and were marketed as such in their ads as a tropical treat. I saw even on this packaging, it says your daily dose of the tropics. Doesn't necessarily mean Hawaii. Could be Cuba.
Could be Cuba. Sure.
We know top of the show.
Yeah.
Might be tropical
Top of
in
the
Cuba.
show. Yeah.
Now, for all our British listeners, first off, hello.
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 I'm going to stop what you're all thinking right now. Bounty bars didn't come out until 1951. They're not the original Mounds, which I'm sure when I do the video on TikTok, everyone's going to say, those are just Mounds, mate.
Ringo.
Yeah,
So wait a minute.
that was Ringo.
Yeah.
No,
What's
that was
going
George. There's a candy bar in the United Kingdom called Bounty that is it's just a Mounds.
Yeah.
And that they are a knockoff of Mounds. But you know how British people react to anything from America. They're going to say that they created it. Mounds is a knockoff. So I'm here to tell you right now, no, it is not. Bounty is the knockoff of Mounds.
I threw a bunch of Bounty bars in the Boston Bay.
Yeah. And guess
to
what?
protest something. I don't even remember.
Yeah. And then the Bounty soaked it all up. It's the quicker picker-upper. That's why there's no Boston Bay anymore. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Bounty never took off in the U.S. because we had Mounds. So there was no reason for it. The advertising campaign was always a big part of the two candies. In 1956, they had a contest to have people send in 2 words that best describe a Mounds. All right. What 2 words would you use to describe?
Buttonhole.
Buttonhole?
Butthole.
Oh, butthole.
Big trash.
Big trash.
Oh, okay. So he finally finished his thoughts from before.
Yeah, mine 2 words. No thanks.
I'll pass.
Mine says Stitch like. So the winner was a guy named Leon Weiss who sent in indescribably delicious.
Okay.
That's what you meant to say.
Yes.
I feel like I can describe it.
Bad?
Yeah, bad. Was he H.P. Lovecraft?
It's undescribably.
Yeah,
it tastes kind of like Cthulhu.
Yeah.
The company loved it so much that they used it in all of their packaging, sometimes even to this day. I will have to double check, but what was given to this guy who came up with it? $10.
That's it.
I gave him
This
$10.
was in 1991.
Par for the course when you deal with Mounds. Disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, did I not mention they were also telling the U-boats where Florida was?
Yeah. And to hit it.
The rest of America was thanking them.
Yeah. We were thanking them. Yeah.
Then in 1957, they got an advertising deal with legendary TV and radio host Arthur Godfrey, who I have no idea who that is. But because of this, they became the most advertised candy in the United States at the time. Then in 1970 came their big jingle, Sometimes You Feel Like a Nut, Sometimes You Don't. For Mounds without a nut, Almond Joy with a nut.
Clever.
Yeah. Sing it.
I don't know how it's. I didn't. I've never seen this or heard it before.
Bad research.
This was it. I don't listen to research. I feel it. It was sung by Joey Levine, who was the lead singer of Ohio Express, who sang "Yummy, yummy, yummy, I got
almond
mounds
joys
in my tummy. Yummy, 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 it's got an almond in its tummy, and I think it got knocked up." This jingle is in the Advertising Slogan Hall of Fame, which I would love to visit. The Peter Paul Company, who also bought York Peppermint Patties in 1972,
nice.
merged with Cadbury in 1978, and since 1988, these have been made by Hershey in Virginia. Some varieties over the year have been Almond Joy Pina Colada.
Cool.
Interesting.
Almond Joy Double Chocolate. Almond Joy White Chocolate Key Lime.
Okay.
Almond Joy Milk Chocolate Passion Fruit. Almond Joy Toasted Coconut. And Mounds Island Orange.
Okay.
But enough talk. Let's get to trying. Will these bring us Almada Joy?
Nope.
Or will it be a mound of crap?
Yes.
So
Whatever the second one is.
I don't remember. They were both. I was laughing too hard. Where's Greg going?
He said, I'm done.
Wait, we're eating them now? I'm leaving. So now
That's a good call, man.
Yeah. I'm bored. I'm going to look at my phone.
So now it's time for our Rapper's Delight or It Ain't Right segment, where we judge the candy by its wrapper.
Okay.
So there are two here. The Mounds are red, as promised. The Almond Joy is blue. It really is like a Pokemon's choice.
It is, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah,
Bright colors.
The shades of each color are really rich.
Yeah.
It's a good blue. It's a good
they
red.
both have a coconut. It's the same
Yeah.
coconut image, but the Almond Joy has almonds instead of like. Oh my God, Greg! You didn't drop it, did
and
you?
they're sturdy. That's my favorite thing about them is that they're sturdy.
I on its own, I want to say no, but
Really?
but together,
Yeah.
I feel like the choice, the option of choosing,
Yeah.
is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cute in how they complement each other.
Yeah.
On the Mounds, the coconut's on the left. On
Yeah.
the Almond Joy, it's on the right. So they're
Yeah.
doing a yin yang kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh my God!
I don't know if it's intentional, but
From this company, no.
Yeah, no. One of them, yeah, just I like them. I have no real
Yeah,
good
it's-
reason to like them, but I do.
good colors.
Yeah.
It's telling you what you're getting.
Exactly,
I think
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
So you both give it a Rapper's Delight.
Yeah.
Okay. You've talked me into it, but I would prefer them as like. Oh, this is like the superior left Twix, right Twix. Like this,
yeah.
this
I see. So they should come together.
Yeah, and they really should market this more of like to Pokemon fans of like, do you like the red or do you like the
Yeah.
blue? Do you like a Charmander or do you like a Squirtle? Greg, two more. Name another fire Pokemon right now.
Pyro
Good.
Pyro.
and
Very
Stitch.
good. Well, okay. I mean, he basically named two Pokemon.
Okay, yeah.
He named two very Pokemon-coded characters.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Pyro or Spyro?
Spyro.
Spyro. All right.
Sorry, I'm thinking about the
Greg.
guy from Brotherhood of Evil Mutants from the X-Men. He shoots fire.
All right. Now, that's a little dorky.
Oh.
It's cool when we talk about
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Way to bring us down.
Yeah, way to make us not look cool. Okay?
What did you guys say?
Greg,
Spiral?
Lilo's listening. I want to look cool in front of Lilo. Okay, so we'll give it all Rapper's Delight.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best thing I'm going to say about this. Rapper's Delight.
We can't open that mind, man. Your Ohana is so wrong right now.
Wait, did he not get acid? Because I did.
Yeah. Did you not join the Hare Krishnas before the recording? All right, so let's get to tasting it.
Yeah,
so,
let's
all
do
right,
that.
What do you want to do first? Mounds or Almond Joy?
I feel like we go from Mounds to Almond Joy, right?
Yeah, Mounds is the oldest, so let's. All right, these feel flimsy. Like I feel
Yeah.
like, look at that. I
pretty cheapo.
we are pretty strong though. We did get pretty strong since the last recording. For all of the talk about not melting, it's not that hot, and it feels a little melty.
Yeah, they're very
It's
soft.
a little oily, melty
It's a
on the
little
outside.
oily. Well, it's not chocolate anymore. It's candy coated. This is petroleum. Yeah, it smells pretty good actually.
It does smell decent.
It smells better than I was expecting
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
nice-
soft.
Rich chocolate scent.
Yeah, it's got all, you know what it kind of smells like is Carlos Quinto.
I mean, I wouldn't give it that much, but it does smell like chocolate.
I pranked you. I put a little lumps of Carlos Quinto in all of these. Gotcha.
Gotcha, sucker.
All right, I think we should because it's melting
It's
in my
melting.
hand.
Let's try
Okay.
our first bite of Mounds.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, soft.
Very soft.
Very soft. Okay.
Don't perceive chocolate at all.
No, it's just making it's a jacket for the coconut, and it's
Yeah.
making it a little creamy. But yeah, it's this is coconut.
It's just coconut and
A little bitter.
kind of flavorless, if I'm honest.
I taste coconut.
Yeah, you taste a little coconut, but
How about texture-wise? Like, sometimes you'll get a flake, like a crunch of a flake,
Yeah.
and sometimes you won't.
That's sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. That's kind of my biggest problem with coconut things.
The texture?
is the texture of
Yeah,
the coconut.
I agree.
Because it's kind of like little worms, like dried little worms that you're eating.
like plasticky
Plastic
kind of
worms,
worms.
yeah.
Hey, can you fill this candy with confetti so I could chew on it? No, it's coconut.
I guess I enjoy that it's kind of moist. That's
Yeah.
nice.
It's not horrible.
No.
It's I thought I was going to enjoy it more
Yeah.
as now a person who's seen Lilo and Stitch.
Right.
And I understand Hawaiian culture.
Yeah.
Like, aloha, wahana, ohana.
Yeah. Over on the mainland, you keep saying stuff like that. Oh, you mean on the mainland? Yeah.
Where we live.
Yeah, where we live on the mainland.
You want to meet me for lunch? Oh, on the mainland. I thought I would like it more at this point in my life.
Yeah.
That you're mature enough, but you're
That I'm
not.
mature enough. I like it about as much as I ever have, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. In this podcast, now that we eat candy more thoughtfully,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought I was going to take a bite of this and be like, okay, and it's the same as it ever was. It's fine.
It's fine.
Almost no criticism. Like, not that there's no criticism, but there's almost nothing to even like.
That's
Cling on
it's
to.
bland.
It's bland.
It's just bland.
Yeah, there's nothing
It's
There's nothing to hate about it, but also like I'm not hanging my hat on.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to say negative things about a thing that doesn't really make an appearance.
Yes,
It's just like,
exactly.
what?
I would put it leaning more towards flavorful than not in the bland in the world of bland. The man
like
with
51%.
the candy with one taste bud
Okay.
rules.
All
Okay,
right,
I
all
get
right.
it. I get
Like
it. Yeah.
it does to me it does taste like coconut. It doesn't really taste like chocolate, but yeah, it's almost like a pudding. Like it's almost
Yeah.
that creamy,
Yeah, I
like
agree.
rice pudding.
Like, yeah.
Oh no, I mean coconut pudding. Oh my god! I had it last night. There is a coconut pudding, and I forget it's called
yeah?
it's called like kuapia or something.
Well, can we have
Ugh.
that?
Yeah, let's have
Let's
that
have that
instead.
instead. Yeah.
No, I made
Let's
it.
throw
up.
almonds
I
in
made
there.
it up.
It's come
Yeah,
on.
you mainlanders are so gross.
I really thought I would have like some insightful thing when I took
Yeah.
a bite of it, and it really is the same as it ever has been.
Yeah, it didn't step up its game.
It's
at
just
any
so
point.
nondescript.
Yeah.
It's just
It
like
tastes like coconut. I will stand up for the coconut.
yeah. There is a subtle coconut flavor.
Yeah.
Maybe the almond joy is better.
I mean, it's the mound with an almond.
But the almond joy is milk chocolate candy
Okay.
coating.
All right.
I do think that I do like almond joy like 2% more because I'm a nut
Because
for
of that
nuts.
almond flavor. Maybe
yeah.
that almond will alter the flavor enough.
That really is like something I say a lot is like
It needs a nut in it.
it needs a nut in it.
You have said that many times.
I have
This
said.
would be better if I nutted
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You know this thing
Yeah, you
needs
said
is
that
a
all the
nut.
time. I have
Yeah.
to cut it out of so many episodes.
And even when you're talking about food, I know that you don't. I know that you're using it as a double entendre
Yeah.
because you wink at it.
I know your intentions.
Yeah, I know what you're up to.
You have a bad track record.
You're disgusting, you pig. No, like
It's not Ohana.
this is how you get asked to leave Ohana.
This is an Ohana program, okay?
That's the foundation of Ohana, bro.
That's how we spread the Ohana. You got to put nut in it.
Let's keep this Ohana friendly,
Oh my
everybody.
god. Okay. Usually, if you have some sort of nut in something,
Yeah.
goodness gracious me,
A whole nut.
it's like a adhesive for two tastes that sometimes don't get together.
Yeah, it breaks up the monotony.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
like
It's kind of weird. I know from an almond joy, even though we haven't opened it, I know it's right in the middle, which is kind of weird of like, so then either you eat it all at once and you get the nut, or you eat you eat more than half of it and then you have a bite without it, or you eat, like either way it's going to be too much or too little.
it's so one sided. Yeah. You throw
No, it's actually right in the middle. It's not on a
So
side.
they need 2 almonds.
Yeah, 2
per.
almonds.
Yeah,
So-
why don't they? Or put 3 almonds even.
Yeah.
Call me
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
You think 3 almonds could fit in this little fun size thing? You're crazy.
Okay.
That's your problem. Too many nut.
Too much
Yeah,
nut.
too much nut.
I think they should genetically modify an almond so that it's as long as an Almond Joy.
Ooh.
A GM Almond Joy. GMOE.
I'm the Goldilocks of nut.
Yeah.
This just right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Make the Almond Joy smaller.
Goldilocks fell asleep. Make the Almond Joy smaller. Yeah, make it shrink down the Almond Joy to almond size. Meet them on their terms. Well, let's get to the Almond Joy.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, same exact material, just blue. I'm opening mine, and it looks like there's a nut in there. It's not even, this is crazy. Mine is on one side. It's not even in the middle.
It's not in the middle. It's on one side.
Okay, I thought it was in the middle.
No, it's pregnant.
Kind of in the middle.
It looks kind of like a,
Pregnant lady?
it looks kind of like a sandal,
Oh,
but
yeah.
there's like one toe in it.
Oh,
yeah.
A one-toed sandal.
That's what, and you're like a foot freak, right? Like you like.
Yeah, I'm getting really sweaty right now.
Well, you're about to have a nut.
So don't worry. You're moments away
Sometimes I
from
do feel like a nut. I really need the nut. All right, so I'm going to bite the nut side.
It definitely needs 2 almonds.
Yeah.
It needs 2 almonds.
It
There's
needs,
no doubt
100%
about it.
needs 2 almonds.
Whatever tradition they're holding on to that
Yeah.
they think they can only have 1 almond, time to move on. You
Yeah.
need 2 almonds.
You need 2
Improve.
almonds.
Yeah.
This should be called 2 Almond Joy.
Almond Joy or Enjoyer.
Yes.
Almond Joys. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Almond
good.
Joys.
Almond Joys.
Mounds of almonds.
Mounds
That's
of
good.
Almonds. All right, so who wants to bite into this?
I'm going to try to eat it in half.
Okay, yeah.
You're doing the nut side? I'm doing the nut.
I'm doing a
Oh.
nut side.
I successfully bit it in half.
This is more flaky.
It kind of is more flaky.
My almond was stale.
My almond was stale too.
Hold on.
So now I have
That almond was not good.
no chocolate, nondescript coconut,
Yeah.
and a stale almond.
I think that the chocolate was thicker on this only because the almond is double coated with chocolate. So I appreciated that. The chocolate doesn't taste like much.
I was going to say, you tasted it?
I didn't taste it, but I knew there was something in my mouth.
Okay.
And the almond was stale, and the bitterness of an almond added to the slight bitterness that's in the coconut. So it made it kind of like double bitter.
Yeah.
It's not a great taste in my mouth.
No.
No.
No,
almond-
this one's leaving a bad aftertaste.
The almond made it worse.
Yeah.
The almond made it worse.
Yeah, it did.
How did the almond make it worse?
So yeah, the rare occurrence of an
Yeah.
almond like helping sink the
Yeah.
boat.
Don't talk about.
No,
Don't
come
bring
on,
up
you
the
Greg
boat.
U-boats?
Inside job.
Yeah.
Yeah, the U-boats are filled with almonds.
I prefer the mounds to the almond
I
joy.
prefer the mounds. Yeah.
Yeah. This was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this one.
Like you would eat this and then you don't seek this out anymore now that you know.
The Almond Joy coconut tastes almost cheesy. Like there's kind of like a savory cheesiness in the end.
Interesting.
No, I didn't.
It did kind of change the color. The almond, I guess, seeped through, even though they tried to protect it with a layer of
They need to do
chocolate.
something better with that
Yeah.
almond. Like take it out.
Or go back to shredding the almond. That seems like
Oh.
a better idea.
No, that was a different company. They couldn't do that.
okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, shredded coconut maybe would work better, or like kind of like how
Like the almond and the coconut shredded together.
yeah, like kind of how a Goo Goo cluster is. So it had like chopped pecans in it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty weak showing.
Yeah.
Pretty weak.
Yeah.
I hate to
Embarrassing.
say it, but I'm on Germany's side.
Whoa!
They should have.
Those U-boats should have
Those
gone.
U-boats should have sunk all of those boats bringing coconuts back
Lately,
home.
you've been on Germany's side for a lot of things.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah, it's questionable. I'm kind of worried about you.
Yeah, I need potato bread just to get
Yeah.
so much joy out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Too much joy.
So now where did I get it and how much? I got these at CVS. So it was each one was a 4-pack of the minis.
Yeah.
But for some reason, one of the Almond Joys was a 5-pack.
Whoa.
Shrinkflation, bro.
Wait, but it's growing.
no, now they're 4.
Yeah, it's down to, but maybe the 5 is the newer kind.
It's
Oh,
like
maybe.
when they sell, hot dog buns are 8-pack,
Yeah,
but
you
the
have to-
weenies are
You know, that's
12.
kind of what it was because they're almost selling like they know that I'm going to make an autopsy of one of these, and they're like, well, you have 4, but if you want to try 2 of them, you have to get 2 packages. So,
I think they're
Big Candy's onto us.
Sneaky.
They know that podcasts are being recorded every day.
They know. They can smell it on me.
Yeah, the stink.
So each one of these packages was $179 at CVS, but they had to buy 2, get 1 free. So total for 4 packages, it was $537, which isn't bad.
Not bad.
That's a lot of Almond Joy.
That was bad.
The price tasted pretty good.
Let me bite into it first, then I'll tell you how much I think.
Yeah, you want to bite my credit card?
Yeah.
So now let's get to our cavity rating. Let's rate it out of 0 to 5 cavities. We'll write it down so as not to influence each other. Do you have a pen? Does he have a pen?
Of course
He does not have a pen.
I have something. Hold on.
One-handed. Here we go.
Let's see what he can do.
He's digging deep.
I am digging.
He's digging. He's going way deep. He's got something real special.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll never let my guy down.
He's going into his bag now. There's nothing in his pants.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay, settle down.
Oh, no, he heard us.
Oh, he's reaching. He found
he's got a
something.
big marker.
And
Here
he's
it
tossing.
comes.
He's tossing.
Ooh, perfect.
One-handed.
Wow.
Woo-wee. All right.
Okay, so let's rate
0
this
out of
down.
5, right? Like, or 0 to
Emphasis
5.
on 5. Let's give 1 to each of them because I feel like they're 2 distinct candies.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Yeah, are you all positive?
Emphasis on stinked.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm doing some quick
Essay.
some quick calculus on what I'm giving it. Okay, so Almond Joy. Oh boy.
That one's first? Almond Joy?
No, well, let me. I haven't written it down yet.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
thinking aloud. I'm giving my scores right now, so it'll influence both of you. Man, this person on TikTok is not going to be happy.
No.
Please do Almond Joy.
Please do
my
Mounds. Favorite candy. If you give it a bad score,
my family is
mother.
tied to it.
What was the other one they wanted?
They wanted whatchamacallit, which I did
Okay.
like a lot.
Yeah,
But you know what? I'm sick of people like, who cares what people say on TikTok? But like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, you give such low scores to everything. A lot of candy sucks.
Yeah.
And also like a 3 point something is a good score.
Yeah.
You know?
Out of 5,
If it's above 2.5 in my book,
It's a good score.
that's
But yeah,
pretty
people
decent.
are thinking it's out of 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
If they listen, they would know.
if they listen, they will come
Yep.
because of Greg's talk about it.
Yeah, because it won't stop nutting everywhere.
So are we all locked in on the scores?
I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
All right, so Greg, we're starting with you, left of me.
Okay.
And we're doing Mounds first?
We're whatever you want to give
Whatever
first,
you
but
want.
we'll go with the flow. Like surfing.
We like
Oh,
surfing.
it's true. If everybody had a mouse,
They would all be sad.
But if they had an Almond Joy,
they'd also be sad.
R.I.P. Brian Wilson.
Well, yeah. We lost the real one.
we lost the crazy one.
We lost one of the best crazy people we ever had. It's weird. When you told me you were doing Almond Joy, I was a little bit like, oh, I like Almond Joy. I'll give it a good score.
I thought if anyone would like this, it would be you.
Yeah.
Because you love tropical crap.
I like
Lover
tropical-
of bad candy.
Lover of bad candy.
But this is
I hate
this
you.
is the tikiest. This is the tikiest candy there is.
It's one of the tiki.
What's another tiki candy? Tiki
let's
bars?
see. A pina colada. You're right. This is the most tiki
No, that's
candy.
not a candy. Beto, don't be scared, Beto. He doesn't actually think that's a candy.
Pineapple's candy on its own. Pineapple chunks. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I really thought I'm not a big fan of Mounds, but I haven't had a lot, but I'm willing to be changed. Almond Joy I do like, and as I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, how's Almond Joy the bad one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what you felt going into it.
Into it was I don't
Yeah.
like Mounds. I haven't had a lot of Mounds. I probably won't like it. There's probably a reason I haven't had a lot. I have bought Almond Joy before.
That's weird. I really do get the sense that more people prefer Almond Joy, and they're wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong.
Yeah, they're wrong.
They're absolutely wrong. And it's strange because like I'm somebody who likes three textures.
Bad candy.
Bad candy. I like
That's
three
right, the
textures.
You're a
Yeah.
Trinity
I'm a
kinda
Trinity
guy.
guy, especially when all three things are
Gannon over here.
all three elements are different textures. I like that. I'm a texture guy. I
Yeah.
like when the textures meet. I like especially like almonds and stuff. I really like almonds and candy.
Yeah,
Almond and chocolate
yes.
is like reputable because they like blend so well together.
Yep.
But something with the almond, like you guys were saying,
a
like
bad almond.
it's a bad almond. A bad almond with like
This is a bad
No,
omen.
this is a bad almond.
Yeah, it's a bad.
Have you seen the Almond 3? It's supposedly the best one.
Yeah, it's the first almond is my favorite. This needs 2 almonds in it to overpower
Yes.
the chocolate, which isn't even that strong.
But it needs to be better.
Two fresh almonds.
2 fresh
Yeah,
almonds.
2 fresh almonds.
What's the date on these?
Oh
Yeah.
my
Because
god!
maybe this is
Wait,
user
when
error.
did-
I just want to make sure this isn't user error.
Yeah.
Okay, when was VE Day?
When did the guy kiss the nurse? Because that was when this was
Oh,
made.
no, we're good. We're
Best
good.
by January 2026.
Yep, we're
we're
good.
fine.
Okay.
So this is like the best version.
Yeah, this was made yesterday. But you're right. The almond is bad, and it has to fight the coconut texture, which is not my favorite. We were laughing about it being like confetti or bad maggots or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are maggots, Michael. That's a Lost Boys joke. Not even a joke. It's a reference. So I'm giving Almond Joy a 0.4.
Ooh, wow.
Just for
Wow.
But I'm giving a Mounds a 0.5.
Wow.
Oh, now I feel bad. Damn it.
I feel bad for
America.
America. I feel bad for the war effort.
We're going to have some angry Armenians after this.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
no!
We're gonna have
I can't handle any more than I already have.
well, what about you, Beto? I wonder. Do Armenian people know that this is an Armenian, historically an Armenian candy?
That's a great question. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's ask them.
Let's ask them.
Let's ask them.
Hey, Armenians.
Hey,
Top of the show.
yeah, shout out us.
Top of the show. Our official apology to the Armenian
The
people
Armenian culture, yeah.
and the Hawaiian culture.
Yeah. We're sorry we're coupling them together.
I knew these weren't good coming in.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever purchased these in my entire life. I think the only Almond Joy
It's in the Halloween
Mounds
bag.
that I've ever, was from, and it was disappointing back then.
Yeah.
I will say that the Mounds were perhaps a little better than I thought. They're not good. They're just not offensive.
Yeah.
And they're bland. So, if it's your thing, fine, it's your thing.
Yeah.
I think the original sin here is that they don't have chocolate.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's start
Yeah,
there.
it's chocolate candy. It's chocolate candy, guys.
Yeah.
Chocolate candy
It's
coating.
chocolate candy coating. That's issue number one.
I think if it was like real chocolate, it would be a significant boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it used to be.
I'm sure they were much better back then. Issue number two, the coconut was nondescript. It needed more coconut punch. I mean, I don't like coconut, but if you're going to have a coconut candy, make it taste like coconut.
Have it like in hyperdrive.
Yeah, exactly. The texture was like plasticky worm weirdness.
Okay, where's the bad stuff? Like, when is he going to say
Yeah,
what it
when-
is?
Sin number three, they put a bad almond in it. That was going to be the saving grace.
Yeah.
Was the nice fresh almond was going to elevate everything.
Would you say it was a bad seed?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Me too. I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
So if you're at the factory dipping your nuts in chocolate to make them fresh,
Just say my name.
Greg,
Come on. Don't code this.
you guys are missing the point.
Yeah.
Start with a fresh nut.
It's you're making a lot of good points, as in this could be saved by a redesign.
This needs new life for sure.
It needs to be sold to a company that cares more than Hershey does.
Yeah. I agree.
100%.
It needs to be sold back to Armenians. Give Mounds and Almond Joy back to the Armenians.
And let them handle it. They'll put sesame seeds in it.
yeah.
So not a good candy. Almond Joy
Greg's racist.
is a bad candy. I gave that a 0.25.
Wow.
Mounds, I don't really feel strongly one way or the other. I don't like it, but if you like it, good for you. I give it a 1.
Okay.
It's
One.
just so nondescript, boring.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I
just
gave it a
lame.
0.5 because just for showing up almost.
Yeah.
I was the most generous here.
The
Oh.
rare.
By far.
Rare.
I
by
felt
far.
bad when you gave it a 0.5. I was like, damn, I should have gone lower.
Greg's the high bar.
Yeah.
Greg's always the high bar.
No, trust me. You guys are so. The limbo is easy for you two. You're just walking below this limbo.
Oh my
bus.
God.
If you are above 2.5, you
No,
are wrong.
no. I'm not that wrong.
Okay.
How high can he die?
Smoking a duo over there. That's how he's.
So Almond Joy. I'll start with the better one, which was Mounds. I think
Yeah.
Mounds
Which
was
makes no sense.
Yeah,
that it's
It
the better
doesn't.
one.
I
No, it
agree
doesn't
with
make
you,
sense. That really came out of left field. That the simpler, more boring one was the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything though. Bad chocolate. I liked the coconut. I mean, not liked, but I could taste the coconut.
Yeah.
The texture's kind of fun. It's kind of creamy. I feel like maybe if these were refrigerated or dare I say even frozen, it might have been a more.
I kind of thought that too because when it liquefies, it left my throat really hot, and it's already a hot day. I'm not liking
my
that.
God, do we have the EpiPen?
Oh, and like it's cool. Like my throat is shutting and my eyes are like watering and stuff. And like I only like candy that does that too.
So Mounds, maybe I went too high. Not really. I gave Mounds a 2.
Okay.
Because it was kind of a pleasant experience. The kind of mushy, like I said, it was kind of like rice pudding,
Right.
or that whatever that coconut.
That thing that you made up in a dream, yeah.
The thing that Stitch served me in a dream. No, it was totally real. Stitch gave it to me.
You're not thinking ambrosia, are you?
No, God, no.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm not thinking about a house party in Ohio in 1950.
No, that's why you're losing in life. I'm writing that down.
Someone will look it up eventually.
Okay, all right.
At top of the show.
Yeah, top of the show.
That's a big top of the show next show.
Yeah, they're not going to even eat candy next episode. It's just going to be top of the show.
Apology.
Yeah.
Our candy for this week is apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mounds I gave it 2 because it's certainly below middle of the road.
100%.
I was okay with the coconuttiness. Chocolate's not great, but I like the creaminess. Almond Joy was significantly worse. Bitter, bad almond, the bad omen. I gave Almond Joy a 1.3.
Okay.
Too high.
Maybe a little too high.
Yeah.
I think maybe I did go a little too high because I don't want to be seen as the person who just hates every single. Like I'm trying to like this. Like I really wanted to like these.
Hey, these are our opinions,
These
and
are our
we're
opinions.
bringing. We're not sugarcoating it.
Yeah.
we're bringing.
I would maybe bring it down to a 1 like you
Yeah.
did, but maybe I bumped it up a little bit just because there's some semblance of flavor that
Sure.
it's way, that one was way too bitter and almost like it tasted like cyanide. Like it really did taste a little poisonous.
Yeah.
And it wasn't good.
And cyanide's just a pure shot of almond.
Oh, it's
It's
great.
not even mixing up.
So you just put,
Yeah.
put a little bit of cyanide in your cherry pie and it'll pop.
Yeah. Have you ever want to eat one of your teeth and then die immediately after? Try cyanide.
Well, the first part, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys were a little too harsh, maybe.
I don't
think
think that's true.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
thought
that's
I was
true.
very fair with my 1.
Yeah, you were. That was
because I
very
could have
generous.
fucking destroyed it.
Stitch over
I
here.
could have bullied you so much harder, but I'm tired and I didn't want to.
It's been a long month. All right.
All right. So now, would you be excited to get this on Halloween, Greg?
No, I wouldn't be. I get them. Like, I mean, like it's funny. Like, I won't eat this if I get it in October because I had it today.
Yeah.
But like, it is sort of like my once a year. Like, is Almond Joy good? Oh yeah, it's
I
all
feel
right.
the same way. I'll eat this maybe once every 2 years when I forget that I don't like them,
Yeah.
and then I'm set for
Yeah.
another 2 years.
So,
So
like,
before I get hit in the head with another coconut.
Saw this freaking spread. I'm like, ooh, what's
Yeah,
this Almond
yeah.
Joy? Almond Joy?
Next time I'm going to try it in Italian. So yeah, no,
Not really.
What about you? Clearly you'd be excited.
negative. I mean, that would be the only time I get one,
Yeah.
and then I just like chuck it back.
I put it straight in the tailpipe of their car. Yeah, I wouldn't be excited to get it on. Like these are famously the ones nobody's excited to get on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kid is excited to get this on Halloween? Why do they keep giving this to children?
Armenian kids, Hawaiian kids. These aren't kids to you.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Mormons.
I'd like to apologize on behalf.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good.
I'm not a fan.
No.
So now we have, before we have our game, we have our pre-game.
Which way to go to Hawaii? I'm gonna drive the way to the Hawaii.
Yeah, that was Pog that you guys were drinking.
Oh,
You like Pog?
I know the game. I don't think I know the drink.
it's
passion
passion fruit, orange,
and guava.
mixed
Oh, wow.
together.
And the Pog game, because people would play Pog, what we know as Pog, with the caps of passion orange guava.
Ooh.
So that's why it's called
I
Pog.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a deep cut right
They
there.
have caps.
They used to have caps.
All right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you're about to have a cap if you keep
You
asking.
really keep questioning me in front of everybody.
So we ask you to do one thing each week. This week, give us those
Money.
give us Pogs.
Yeah.
Send us Pogs. Send us your Pogs. Give me those reviews. I want reviews.
Yeah.
Anywhere you listen to this podcast, but
Anyway.
especially Apple Podcast, it helps the show look more legitimate. And if you're using a service like Apple Podcasts where you can leave a written review, I again want you to tell us your hottest candy take so we can read it on the show and judge your opinions.
Hot take, go.
Almond Joy's actually really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I
Almond Joy's
changed my
the
mind.
superior.
Mounds was not as bad as I thought.
No, the great hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take. Cancel this man.
Yeah, cancel this man right now. So yeah, do that. Leave us a review. So all right, so it's time for a game. It's
Okay.
time for a classic
Yes,
game
yes,
of Melissa's
yes.
trivia.
Ooh, means Daniel already won.
Daniel, the winner.
All right. So the first answer. All right. So question. This is if you don't know, Melissa, my wife, wrote down questions, trivia questions about candy. The question is on one piece of paper, the answer on the other. So the first one.
He's seen both.
I have seen one or the other for your information.
Yeah. I'll have you know.
All right. So here is question 1.
Yeah.
She's got to stop stapling them right in the. I should tell her she's doing a bad job.
Yeah.
She's not going to improve unless you tell her.
Yeah.
How is your wife going to improve unless you criticize her?
You should have saved it for the vows.
And you promise to never staple the trivia questions in the middle. So this candy was featured in The Goonies and Caddyshack. Oh my God.
Can I say it?
Don't say it because I know you know it. Let's try to think of it. All right. So Beto definitely doesn't know.
Dude.
I think it's a payday. I'm going to say it's a payday. All right. So Greg, tell us what it is. Well, do you have a guess?
Payday.
All right. So we just both
Guys, the duty in the pool.
Yeah.
The candy that he gives the sloth.
Snickers.
It's a Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. I knew it was chocolate.
Baby Ruth. That's what
I knew it was chocolate covered. It's a baby. Ruth.
Yeah.
All right. So that's one for
I'm doing the limbo still.
Greg's obsession with poo in the pool finally came.
He studied
came
for
in.
years.
Then one day someone's going to ask me.
All right. So question 2. Beginning around 1950, a character named Choo Choo Charlie was used to market this candy. I'm going to say it's Charleston Chew. Choo Choo Charlie, Charleston Chew.
Yeah. What year again?
1950.
There's a Choo Choo Charlie game
Who's
where
Choo
it's
Choo
like
Charlie?
a killer.
Is he in Dark Souls?
It's like a killer train that's hunting you down on
really?
an island. Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, an island?
Oh, no!
Somebody.
It's
Island.
actually New Jersey, the island he's on.
What's not an island?
What
Which
did
one's
you?
the island? Oh, New York is island.
Only Manhattan's.
Oh, Manhattan. Sorry.
What was your
The
answer?
island, Manhattan. My answer was we're singing show tunes, Beto. My answer was Charleston Chew. Choo Choo Charlie.
Yeah.
That's the one with the peanut in it, right?
I don't really know what a Charleston Chew
Me
is,
neither. We
actually.
should do it. You should do it.
Honestly, I'm shocked that Greg hasn't brought in Charleston Chew yet.
What's the one with the peanut? With
Almond
the
Joy.
chocolatey?
Peanut and chocolatey. Oh, Goldenberg's Peanut Chew.
Yeah, that one.
You
I'm
say
gonna
gold.
say that
What do you
one.
say, Greg?
I'm trying to think if there's a candy with Charles or Chuck in the title.
Yeah,
Charleston Chew?
Charleston
Daniel
Chew,
said it.
stupid.
it's probably that, dude. You should go with that
All right, I'm going to go with
Big
Charleston Chew
stick
as well.
your advantage.
Let's see.
Because you're winning right now, bro.
Will we sink or swim, Greg? Let's see.
Are you a U-boat or are you a little thing with coconuts?
Good and plenty. He was a boy pretending to be a railroad engineer. Choo Choo Charlie.
That's weird.
That's
man.
pretty. That doesn't. And you know what? I fault Charleston Chew for not doing that.
Yeah, what the heck?
Letting Mike and Ike do
Good
this.
and plenty.
Or good and plenty. I mean,
That is maybe the worst candy I've ever had in my life.
it's pretty bad.
And I've eaten shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've eaten shit off the ground before.
You remember that Baby Ruth we were talking
Yeah,
about?
shit on the ground. Have you seen Pink Flamingos? That's me. Eating dog shit off the ground. And still, I'm like, yeah, as long as it's not good and plenty.
Yeah.
Still, it's a living. So, all right, next question.
Uh-oh, he read the answer.
No, okay.
She's divorcing me.
First, you've been served. It's a question. You've been served? Question mark. This chocolate candy's name came from the failure to make it into a perfect round shape. Oh my God! I feel like we've done this one.
Yeah,
before,
we have.
And I know
Oh,
that
Fleck.
Oh,
Fleck.
Fleck bars?
What's a Fleck bar? What the?
are you thinking of Flake?
Flake.
Fleck.
So close.
No, he said Fleck.
No, he's talking about Bala Fleck and the Flecktones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
I got
yeah.
his autograph.
Did he really?
Yep, I sure did.
Did he autograph your Fleck bar?
Where?
He autographed my copy of
the Fleck?
Cosmic Hippo album.
Really?
Yep.
Where? Here?
Here, yeah.
Oh,
Got
that's
him here,
great.
dude.
Wow. Did he autograph your Bella Shrek album? Oh my God! It came from
okay,
failure to
okay.
make it. It's oh my God! We've done
We've
this.
done this before.
We've learned this.
It's like, oh, God.
It's
Bean Boozled, the flops.
the flops.
It's chocolate though.
Yeah, this I want to say. Oh my God! I want to say Goobers, but I don't think it's Goobers.
I think it's, can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Milk Duds.
You're
Oh,
right.
because they're duds.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think it's Milk
but
Duds.
I feel like we've also fallen for that trap the other time we learned this.
Shut up.
I'm going to still say it's Goobers.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll say Flake just to be different.
Okay.
What's a flake? I've only had
Oh,
Fleck.
you mean Bella Flake?
Yeah, Bella Flake.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
shit. I messed up.
I like Fleck bars. Okay, so let's see the answer. Milk Duds.
Oh,
God, Greg is.
Yeah, he's
Greg
destroying. Is that 3 for 3?
That's 2. He's got 2.
I got
He
hit.
was really stupid on the other one.
I got hit with the coconut earlier today, so I'm pretty good.
But he's leading, right? We all have.
We don't have anything.
Yeah,
You and me got. There's only 2 questions left. We got to get both of them right.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill me.
All right. So
Kill me. Get ahead.
The
Do
next
it.
one.
I dare you.
The name of this candy was probably derived from the Gullah word for peanut. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure is goober.
The Gullah word?
Remember Gullah Gullah Island?
Yeah.
I think the Gullah people are like a sort of native, not quite native, but like almost like Creole sort of people, I think, in Louisiana.
Okay.
So Gullah, I think it's an African, like some sort of African.
Right.
I'm going to say it's goobers. I'm going to go with goobers.
I'm going with
I'm going to say
Daniel.
it's flex.
Yeah.
Stop following me.
You can't. I can if I want.
I'm saying goobers.
I just want a point, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to get it.
Buy one off me.
Following me, you're not going to find one.
$70. Buy one off of me. I'm trying to think of interesting names for chocolate.
Fleck bar.
Like bar.
Just say goobers and get your point. Play it safe.
What if he's not right?
Nah, don't play it safe.
What if he's not
Don't
right?
play it
What if it's
safe.
good and plenty again? Fudge. You
Oh,
say
fudge.
goobers?
I said fudge.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Greg says fudge.
Okay, I say fudge.
Fudge and 2 goobers. Let's see what we got. It's goobers. I knew it was goobers.
I knew
All right.
you knew it was goobers.
Yeah.
So I said goobers.
I believed in you the whole time.
Yeah. You're such a goober, I knew you would get it right.
So the last one, if we can get it,
Yeah.
which I know we're going to
boy.
just give the same
Yeah.
answer, we could tie Greg.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
right.
Greg, you've either got to, there's a lot of permutations of what could happen here.
I don't like the sound of that.
Nerds had a close cousin candy in the 90s that were less sour and bigger. What were they called? Nerds had a close cousin candy in the 90s
Jocks.
that were less sour and bigger. That's a really good guess. Wow. I don't remember there ever being a candy called Jocks, but that's a really good guess.
Yeah. Dweebs, dorks.
Oh, yeah.
They had a less sour cousin.
Less sour and bigger in the 90s. So bigger nerds.
I'm going to go dorks.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
say dweebs.
I'm gonna say jocks.
Jocks, dweebs, and dorks.
It's going to be dweebs.
The subtitle to this whole podcast. Wait, what? You said jocks. I said
Dweebs.
dweebs. You said dorks. Okay, let's see what it is. It's dweebs.
Oh, I should have just said dweebs.
Show me. I don't believe you.
Oh, the paper went away.
No, I swallowed it.
Dweebs. Can you see the dweebs?
That's not even an answer. She's just calling us that. They don't even answer that question. You made it up.
You should have followed me.
I know.
Damn.
We could have all
I
tied.
had a course. And I changed it last minute.
If there's anyone who knows when something's called a dweeb,
Yeah.
it's me. So we tied, you and me, Greg. We tied on this one.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. Okay, who can eat the most almond joys?
Oh, you win. Yeah, you won.
All right, well, that's our Almond Joy and Mounds episode. So we'll see you back on the island next
Yeah.
time. This island we call podcast. Or also Earth, I guess. Earth.
Yeah.
No podcast is an island. Aloha.
Wow.
Aloha. You're the professor. You're the skipper. And they're never getting off this island.
No. Well,
I
actually,
don't want to.
I don't want you to leave me here. You're a saboteur.
the next Lilo and Stitch movie, he does meet the Gilligan's Island crew.
And he kills Mr.
kills
Hell.
all of them.
Wow.
He makes them all watch. And he laughs the whole time.
I mean, that's his nature, bro.
That is
Yeah.
his nature. He's
So-
designed to kill.
Yeah.
And we're coddling him.
Yeah.
We're teaching him about Elvis, our least killable celebrity. Shame on
The
us.
Rasputin of musicians.
All it took was a bunch of drugs in a toilet. Wow.
The toilet had arms and strangled him, by the way. People don't talk about that.
6 arms like Stitch.
Yeah.
Ohana.
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 Ohana.